Fasting is one of the 5 fundamental pillars in Islam. It is a universal institution because all other religions in the world also adopted fasting as the principal method of controlling and killing passions. The Prophet Musa qualified himself to receive revelation from Allah after 40 days of fasting. Therefore, the institution of fasting is universal and existed in some forms. Few differences are found in methods, regularity and timing. Fasting helps in gaining perfect balance in all activities of our worldly life. It introduced therein the method, regularity, and meaning which made it perfect and ever-living. It is observed every year in the Islamic world and forms the regulating principle of their lives. Fasting was previously resorted to as a sign of grief of mourning. The underlying idea was to propitiate an angry Allah. Islam abolished this pantheistic idea and introduced a highly developed significance. The Holy Quran says in this regard, the object is that you may guard against evil. The 4 objectives of fasting are, first is to generate power in human body and mind, as it kills the animal propensities in a person. Secondly, in Islamic fasting, there is nothing to be eaten or drunk from the early dawn till the setting of the sun. Thirdly, in order to put an effective check on passion, even intercourse with one's wife during the fasting hours has been prohibited. Fourthly, fasting is methodical in Islam as in every month of Ramadan, the young and the old, the rich and the poor, the literate and the illiterate, all have to fast. Fasting in other religions is practically dead. Islam saved this institution by making it obligatory. Let's look at the impact of fasting in human character and how this fasting can be useful to develop a sustainable society. Fasting helps in gaining taqwa, mean fearness and love of Allah. Fasting helps in drawing closer to Allah. This is achieved by reciting and reflecting on the Quran during night and day, attending the Taraweeh prayers, remembering Allah, sitting in circles of knowledge, and also for those who can making itikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Fasting helps in acquiring patience and strong will. This ummah needs people with strong-willed. We do not need emotional people who just raise slogans and shout. Fasting helps in refinement of manners, especially those related to truthfulness and discharging trusts. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Whoever does not abandon falsehood in word and action, then Allah does not need that he should leave his food and drink." Bukhari. In Ramadan we pay fitra to needy people so they can take part in Eid ul-Fitr. Anger and passion of a man are generated within his mind and are the roots of all evils, and this evil characteristics can be regulated and controlled by the method of fasting. Fasting removes false sense of prestige and pride because a hungry man finds himself weak and naturally turns towards one who is strong. Fasting teaches sympathy for the hungry. Thus this sense creates a spirit of kindness to the poor and the distressed. Sustainable development of a society and fasting. Now the question is, what do we really mean by sustainable development? Does it mean availability of high-rise buildings and construction, 4-lane-based highway roads and streets, latest model vehicles and transportations, huge collections of machinery and technology for all kinds of work for a nation? Sustainable development is a positive change of the social systems upon which communities and society are dependent. Fasting can be employed to remove hunger and poverty from the society, to strengthen family bonds, to increase interaction with relatives, to tighten the social integration, which are also very much important and essential ingredients for sustainable development of a society.